Let's see what this is.
You want to see something interesting? Here is a chart of every single teammate Giannis Antetokounmpo has played with in the NBA. That's every player in every season for the past 10 years. And they're all plotted based on how good they were in terms of box plus minus and win shares. Now, over the years, Giannis has played with a lot of guys. OJ Mayo, Jabari Parker, he played with...
Shout out OJ Mayo, bro. OJ Mayo is a real fucking hooper, bro. I don't know what happened in the NBA. I don't know if he just didn't have the right people around him. I don't know. But OJ Mayo was tough as fuck, bro. He liked weed, and, you know, I feel like if it was nowadays, he'd be fine, bro. But, OJ Mayo was legit.
With Jason Terry for 2 seasons, kind of a weird overlap. But his best teammates have all came in the last...
Bro, what happened to Jabari Parker? Is he out the league? Jabari Parker was also a fucking freak phenom in high school. He's in Barcelona? Jesus Christ. And then DeMarcus Cousins, bro. Why is DeMarcus Cousins not on the Lakers?
Last few seasons. Brooke Lopez, Eric Bledsoe, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. There's some good seasons in here by some good players, and Giannis has made the most of it. And then there's his new teammate, Damian Lillard, who will easily be the best player he's ever played with. The NBA's got a new super team, and right now, they're the favorites to win it all.
My first pick gonna be Damian Lillard.
Today's video is sponsored by C.
Is this a super team, chat? I say yes, just on the sole reason of Middleton is an all-star player, and then you have 2 superstars. You know what I mean? So, I think 2 superstars and an all-star, I think, is super.
As a Blazers fan, I've seen some dark days. Days I wouldn't wish on my...
So now he's a Blazers fan? I don't know what this guy's... I don't know what this guy really is, bro.
Worst enemy. I saw my team rally their way to the conference finals for the first time in 2 decades, just to get swept and never return. I've had to watch the player that we passed up on turn into an all-time great, while the guy we picked couldn't even stay on the court. I watched Brandon Roy blossom into a star, and then retire literally 50 games later due to injuries. This is enough to make a man go insane. And then, the chosen one. Our loyal king, the one glimmer of hope in a bleak and desolate franchise, just packs up and leaves to the Bucks, and we get stuck with DeAndre Ayton, a guy we aren't even gonna keep, a rookie, and a 7th grader. And I'm not even sure where the Bucks came from. The Blazers and the Heat were stuck in one of the weirdest, most drawn-out stalemates.
Bro, the thing is, though, the Blazers never got Lillard any help. So, how long do you want him to stay on the team for, bro? He was on the team for 11 years, I think.
It's for the last 3 months. And out of nowhere, the Bucks came and picked him up for actually a reasonable price. And as sad as I am to see Dame go, I'm happy for the guy. Despite everything he's given to the Blazers, the organization never quite put him in a position to win. The man has been in the league for 11 seasons and has played with only 1 All-Star. And even that was nearly a decade ago. In fact, throughout his...
You know what's so crazy? When we were talking about this earlier, everyone was sitting there saying, dude, CJ McCollum, when he never even was an all-star, bro. Like, dude, yeah, he's a good player, but he's never won shit. He's never even made an all-star team, bro.
His career, Dame has made 7 All-NBA teams, a feat only 46 players throughout the history of the NBA have accomplished.
This is why Lillard is top 75 all-time in the NBA, bro. This is why, bro. This is why. This is one of the reasons why.
And out of these players, only 13 of them never won a championship in the NBA. And these 13 players, whether active or retired, are all regarded in the same dismissive fashion. All-time greats who never won a...
That's actually true. You never really talk about any of these guys as, you know what I mean? You never really... All these dudes are low-key disrespected.
ring. Only 4 of them are active today: Chris Paul, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Damian Lillard. And all 4 of them have reached the same point in their careers. Don't be the guy who had a stellar career with all the awards and achievements, but no championship to show for it. And so after 3 months of uncertainty, I think this is about the best case scenario not only for Lillard, but for Giannis and the Bucks. In fact, this trade was actually foreshadowed last season. During the 2023 All-Star Draft selection over every other All-Star reserve, Giannis picked Damian Lillard with his first pick. Back in 2022, Dame was asked who he would play with if he could choose any active player. His answer was Giannis. Fast forward 18 months, and they both got their wish. So now that he's on the Bucks, and they both got a teammate that far exceeds anyone else they've ever played with, how good is this duo, actually? We've seen countless pairs of superstars get hyped up with grand expectations just to fall short and achieve essentially nothing together. But if history has shown us anything, this duo is bound to do something great. In terms of box plus minus, there have only been 6 duos in the history of the NBA that were as good individually as Giannis and Dame are. And out of those 6 duos, 4 of them went on to win the NBA championship that season. The only duos that didn't were Harden and CP3 in 2018, who lost to the eventual champs in the conference finals, and Durant and Westbrook, who were 1 game away from making the finals. History has shown us that when 2 players of this caliber pair up, it usually results in a championship, or at worst, a game or 2 away from the finals. We are looking at potentially one of the best duos of the last few decades.
Barring injury, bro, this team's going to the finals, bro. I mean, they just are, bro. They just are. The Heat didn't get better. The Celtics got worse. I don't know. I really don't know.
Last season, Dame averaged 32 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds a game. Now, those aren't just historically great numbers. That's a stat line that only Michael Jordan, James Harden, and Luka Doncic have ever achieved in the history of the NBA. Even crazier, Dame did all of this on record-high efficiency. And last season, Giannis put up 31 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. A stat line that hasn't been achieved since Wilt Chamberlain did it nearly 60 years ago. We all know just how dominant Giannis is, but I think spending the last decade in the shadow of arguably the greatest point guard ever has made Dame one of the most underrated stars in the league. Both of them are coming off of historically great seasons. We haven't seen a pair like this since KD joined Steph and the Warriors back in 2017. In fact, the last time in modern NBA history 2 volume scorers of this caliber paired up was never. Over the last 50 years, there hasn't been a single duo that averaged at least 30 points per game and then played together in the following season. Not Kevin Durant and James Harden, not Curry and Durant.
Yeah, but this is kind of a stat where it's like today's NBA is more people are scoring. You know, nowadays, if you average 25 in the NBA, that's like all right. Back in the day, even 10 years ago, you average 25, you're a fucking superstar. So that's why it's a little, you know what I mean? Like, look at this. LeBron, 28.4 and D-Wade 30. Like, you know what I mean? KD, 28 and Curry 30. Like, it's... I don't know.
Not LeBron and Wade, not even Kobe.
Don't look
and
too
Shaq.
much into this stat.
But it's not just how dominant Giannis and Dame are. It's the fact that their games perfectly complement one another. Individually, defenses are forced to scheme against Dame and Giannis in polar opposite ways.
Damn.
But together, there's not a team in the league who has the defensive personnel to cover the deep ball and the pick and roll and the low post. Just think, every single attempt at creating a superstar tandem in recent years involves 2 players that usually have similar strengths and weaknesses. As good as Kyrie and Durant.
So let's go with LeBron and AD, bro. That's similar? Bro, the Lakers have one of the best defenses in the NBA. If the Lakers or the Nuggets go to the finals, they're beating this Bucks team, bro. They are. They're beating this team.
Their games didn't complement one another. Kawhi and PG are great individually, but as a whole, their skill sets are far too similar to create a real dynamic offense. Most of the time, just taking turns on who's going to get the next possession. Even LeBron and AD are two oversized forwards who tend to play away from the basket and dominate possessions one turn at a time. For the exact opposite reason, this is why
LeBron kind of old, though. I'm not even a hater. LeBron just ain't the same. Yeah, let's check his stats, bro. Because you guys love to go off stats. Let's ignore the eye test. Let's ignore his efficiency. Let's just look at stats, bro. 29, 8, and 7 on 50% shooting. You know what, dude? Yeah, you're right. He's not the same anymore, man. He's not the same, bro. I don't even know what to say, bro. Guys, LeBron is still a top 5 player in the NBA, bro. Okay, I told you my 5 in no order: Giannis, Jokic, LeBron, Luka, and Embiid. Those are the top 5 players in the NBA. Period. End of story. Efficiency, points per game, rebounds, assists, everything combined. IQ. LeBron is top 5 in the NBA, bro. Stop. Literally stop speaking.
why I think the duo of Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic work so well. Two complete.
You said Curry and Tatum. Who is Curry or Tatum better than that top 5 that I just named? LeBron. Okay. 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 That's fine, bro.
Completely different, but compatible.
Hey, listen. If you're an NBA, don't get triggered by the chat. They're literally trolling, bro. They have to be. If you think Tatum is better than Luka, I don't know, bro. I really look at you differently, bro. I really look at you fucking differently, bro.
Aside from Murray, who isn't quite a superstar, and Jokic,
real,
the last time we saw a duo that was made up of two megastars with complementary skills and positions was 2 decades ago with Shaq and Kobe.
Curry's... Buddy, Luka could do every single thing Curry can do, except he's bigger, stronger, and actually passes the fucking ball, and he rebounds too.
Damian Lillard's demand to be traded wasn't some breach of loyalty. It was an attempt to regain control of his career and earn a real chance at winning, like many others before him have done. How many all-time greats put their loyalty first and foremost and paid the price because of it? Guys like Reggie Miller.
Except win. Okay, so you're talking about Luka, who's been in the league for like 4 or 5 years, versus Curry, who's going into like his 15th year. Bro, let me ask you this. How many times has Curry won without KD and without going up against an injured team? I just want to know how many times. Fuck. Once? Maybe, I think once. I don't know. I think there were definitely injuries in 2022. I could be wrong. But I think it's once. Maybe. I don't... It might actually be... Yo, it actually might be 0 times. Curry legitimately might not have ever won a legitimate ring, bro.
Dominique Wilkins, Patrick Ewing, generational talents whose careers get lost in the shuffle because they've never climbed to the top of the mountain. They never...
Yo, when the Warriors won a couple years ago, were the Lakers healthy? Were the Nuggets healthy? Was Jamal Murray playing? I'm trying to think, bro. Kind of drawing a blank here, bro. That's crazy, bro. So the top 2 teams in the NBA in the West who were in the Western Conference Finals were injured the year Curry won. That's crazy, bro. That's kind of insane. That's kind of too much of a coincidence, bro.
Never overcame the final obstacle and won an NBA championship. It's almost like all the all-star selections and big performances and playoff wins become an afterthought or some sort of relegated achievement because the ultimate goal was never achieved. Is it better to stay with one organization with hopes that things will eventually work out, despite things never quite working out? Or after years of holding up your end of the deal, is it better to finally do what's...
Dude, somebody said Bron fans are so insecure. When I'm giving my top 5, all you see is Curry fans going, dude, what about Curry? What about Curry? That's insecure, bro. I don't give a fuck. If you're top 5, you don't have LeBron, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm just telling you, bro, he is top 5 still, bro. And it's crazy because he's going to his 21st season, dude. It's crazy, bro.
It's best for you and put yourself in a position to win. Well, the answer lies with the players who did put themselves first. In the mid-2000s, Kevin Garnett's incredible talents were being flushed down the drain in Minnesota, and so he said enough is enough and went to Boston, a move that changed the course of his career and legacy. If Kevin Durant never left OKC, we may not know him as a 2-time champion and Finals MVP, but
we wouldn't, but we'd all still love him and respect him. I know he still has some fans, but not the way he did when he was in OKC, bro.
Rather another generational talent who could never quite get it done. Even LeBron James all made the decision to leave the franchise that drafted them for an organization that actually gave them a chance at winning a title. Because loyalty and fans and accolades aside, above all, every player wants to lift that trophy above their head and be crowned a champion. Something that was never gonna happen with Dame in Portland. So what do y'all think? Is this duo truly the favorites to win this year's title? Or are we getting ahead of ourselves like we've done countless times before in the past? Are Dame and Giannis a real match made for winning? Or is this team going to be just another failed attempt at combining talents in hopes that it yields something great? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
What's your thoughts, chat? What's your thoughts? I'm curious. Is this team legit? How many games you got them winning? Talk to me. First seed, second seed, like, what do you think, bro? You got them going 74-8? What if they do? First of all, they went 74-8. You would literally have to put, like, I think Lillard would be like a top 3-point guard of all time if that happened. Even if he doesn't win a ring. Nah, think about that for a second, because you could look at that and be like, bro, if he just was on. If he just had teammates, bro, look what his team does. Sorry, I'm still trying to trigger Curry fans. I'm still trying. I'm so sorry, bro. I actually like Curry, but his fans are so fucking annoying. No, obviously you can't be a top 3-point guard and not have any rings.